So, what if I told you that I manifested a $2 million listing for my first listing ever in this real estate industry? Would you believe me? Good, because it's true. And you know how I did that? Because I envisioned it for myself. I wanted to be $1 million listing agent, and I made it happen. Mind you, I've only been in this industry for a couple years, but I had a feeling in my gut that I was made for something big, and I just knew it was going to happen. I spoke it into existence. I visualized it. I prayed about it. I also was pregnant at the time, and everything just works out the way it's supposed to. I said to myself, I wanted to make a certain amount of money so I can relax and be at home with my child. And that's exactly what I did. I did this by affirming, I got closer to God, and I trusted the process. And I remember the day that I got this listing, it happened so fast. I woke up this morning and I was feeling so defeated. I was like, oh, like, am I even in the right industry? Like, why am I even doing this? And I was cold calling and hustling so hard all the time right before this. And I just, I said, you know what, let's just go. I woke up a little bit later that day. This is probably around like 10 a.m. And I said, let's just keep going. This day in particular, I said, let me call the most expensive listings that I could find. So I did. I called and called and called. And then, what do you know, 2 hours later, I get a phone call back. It was from like a healthcare industry, and I'm thinking it's a spam call. It was from one of the listings that I called. They specifically said that they loved my energy. They had so many other people calling them, but they wanted to give me a call because they wanted to hear what I had to say. Now, mind you, I never had a listing before this. So when they asked me, oh, how much experience do you have? I said, I have enough experience. Because you just kind of have to go with it. You have to figure it out as you go. And thankfully, I have a very good team behind me and a great business partner who guided me through the whole process. But what I'm trying to say is, if you envision something in yourself and you're so sure of it and you know what's going to happen and you just trust that it will happen, it will. And on top of that, it was a commercial listing. Some people never get a commercial listing, but sometimes when it's meant to be, it's just meant to be. So this is your sign. Trust the process, stay focused, and just know that what's meant for you will find you, and it'll happen in the most unexpected way. Just trust me. And if you're curious on what I did exactly to make that happen, just let me know and I'll create more content on that. But also what I wanted to add is this listing literally happened so fast. I called this person and I got them under contract the same day. They weren't even in the same state. We didn't even meet face to face. It was all over the phone. And that just doesn't happen. Even my broker was like, whoa, like, that's crazy. So I'm just telling you, like, you just really have to trust that everything really will work out for you. Because this was something that I was like, there's no way, like, I don't know. But I just knew in my gut, if I just kept being persistent, it was going to happen. And it did. So just stay focused. Like I said, trust the process, because I'm telling you, things are working behind the scenes that you just don't even know. And you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Like, you could get the biggest deal of your life tomorrow, which is literally what happened to me that day. Is I went from having no listings, nothing, to having the biggest listing I could ever possibly imagine. I've also felt super inspired lately to just start sharing my story, because I heard someone say, like, there's somebody out there that wants to know your story. So I'm going to start sharing things that's happened to me, because I feel like it'll inspire someone or a lot of you out there. So if you're curious for more and you want to know how I did this and what I did exactly, then just ask and I'll share it, because I'm happy to share the abundance, because we are all so abundant. We all have this ability to create beautiful things for ourselves. So yeah, just wanted to spread the positivity and spread the blessings. And also, this happened right before my birthday. What a great birthday present, right?